excellent job as Toastmaster. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Right, Monday morning. Normally you talk about the beautiful sunrise. Today we can talk about the beautiful moon. I don't know if any of you noticed, there's like a little ball up there. You want to grab it and play with it. It's beautiful stuff. As Scott mentioned, I am your area governor. I'm humbled and honored to serve this area, Area G1, within the Founders District. For those of you who don't know, Iris, is your first Toastmaster meeting? Welcome, welcome. You found a wonderful place. Toastmasters is an amazing program. A very important person in my life told me 20 years ago, probably 20 years ago this year actually, that Toastmasters was the best training he had ever received. And this is a person who was a military officer, this is a person who had his MBA, this is a person who was a chief executive officer of a Fortune 50 company. This was the best training he ever received. And that was a very powerful statement for me, and it only took me about 18 years to take the step. And it wasn't at all what I imagined. Toastmasters offers a communications track and a leadership track. And the communications track has you doing speeches. And it focuses on different aspects, as most of you know. And it's very powerful to work through that because you develop your skills. And on the leadership track, it really is the world's best program at developing thinking, listening, and speaking skills. Great speeches this morning. Thank you, Debbie and Michael. Someone once said that any speech is actually four speeches. There's the speech you write, the speech you deliver, the speech the media writes about, the press writes about, and then the best speech of all, the one you give in the car on the ride home.
Yeah. There you go. That's right. I agree with that one.
Which I think really highlights preparation, preparation, preparation. It's just amazing. I don't know how many times I've given a speech. It's like, darn, if I could just go in there right now and give it again, I'd nail it. So, really nice job. So what's most important to Toastmasters for any club is the individual member. And the Distinguished Club Program is the blueprint to help ensure clubs are meeting the individual members' needs. And I'm thrilled to be here this morning because your club is just kicking butt. You're well on the way, well on the way. Give yourselves a round of applause. You're well on the way to achieving President's Distinguished Club. In fact, you've already achieved, provided you get your 4 officers trained, because that's one of the minimum qualifications, and the membership qualification, which you seem to be well on your way toward. You've already achieved Distinguished Club status. The next level is Select Distinguished Club status, and you would need, your officers trained, and 2 additional members are 1 educational goal, and that will give you Select Distinguished status. And then the next level would be President's Distinguished Club status, which in addition to those things, you get 1 more Competent Communicator Award, or an AC, or two more CCs, and you'll be there. So you are well on your way for President's Distinguished Club status. That's very important because, again, it highlights that you're a vibrant club, that you're meeting the needs of the individual member. And something that came out this year, I'm going to give Scott a form for, and he can get copies to you, is the Distinguished Member Program. The Distinguished Member Program. And many people don't know about this, but as I mentioned, you've got the communications track and the leadership track for any member who achieves 1 educational award on each side in a given term, in a given year. They become what's known as a distinguished member. And I'd like to congratulate Julie Wright because this year she received her Competent Communicator and her Competent Leader and is recognized as a distinguished member.
Whoa.
So congratulations.
Whoa!
Thank you.
And also congratulate Cliff on your Competent Leader Award this year. Excuse me, I'm looking at Jill saying Cliff. And Susan Stianages, if I say her name.
Tojanowski, but it's okay.
Thank you.
Just the way it's spelled.
Thank you. On your.
No, she's not here. She's in the
not
lab.
here. Thank you. Her, she achieved her Advanced Communicator Bronze this year. Let me ask, how many of you are on pace or plan to achieve an educational award by the end of June? Raise your hand, please. Excellent. Excellent. That's exciting. That is very, very exciting. Scott, I love the fact that you promote the Founders District Speakers Bureau. I'm a big fan of it. I hope you each get the chance to go at some point. It's the second Wednesday of every month at Crystal Cathedral in Garden Grove. It's a phenomenal experience. And Lace training January 21st. You talked about that at Chapman University. Definitely get there, get your officers there. The contest dates for the spring, and the spring is very exciting because it leads all the way up to the World Championship of Public Speaking. It ends up in the fall at the convention. The spring contest dates, I hope you have your club contest in March. The area contest is slated for March 31st. The division contest is slated for April 28th, and the district contest is scheduled for May 5th. The last thing I want to speak about this morning is the structure of Toastmasters from a leadership standpoint, and let you ruminate on that, if you will. Some of you who are club leaders now and want to become maybe a leader beyond the club level, or perhaps some of you who haven't taken that step toward being a member or a leader within the club can think about that. You know, your leadership within the club has a variety of roles that are very valuable, and what's really puts the program and the meetings and everything in place so that your club can thrive. The Sergeant of Arms, the Vice President of Public Relations, the Vice President of Membership, the Secretary, the Treasurer, the Vice President of Education, and the President. Those are all club level leadership roles. For each club, you are part of an area, and an area typically consists of 5 clubs. And they shift those around a little bit. They rebalance them each year to some degree or not. Not all areas are affected by the rebalancing, but our area this year is G1, and there are 5 clubs. 3 of them meet in this room. 2 of them meet where my home club meets in Laguna Hills at the Farmers and Merchants Bank. And that makes my area, Area G1. Not my area, but Area G1, which I serve as area governor. Typically, about 5 areas make up a division, and ours is Division G. And then you've got probably about 8 or 9 divisions within the district. And we're in the Founders District because Toastmasters, Ralph Smedley founded Toastmasters here in Orange County. So, and Toastmasters is headquartered in Rancho Santa Margarita. So we are the Founders District, Area G1. And so at each level, you've got an area governor, you've got a division governor, you've got a district governor. And there are also some other supporting roles like Lieutenant Governor of Marketing, Lieutenant Governor of Education, who's responsible for LACE training, public relations. There's a variety of roles, and it's really amazing the challenge each of those roles brings. For instance, area governor. Some of the main responsibilities of the area governor is to support the club leadership teams, and specifically the club presidents. And some of you are part of an area leadership council I send out an email to every now and then that includes typically 3 levels of officers within the club: the president, the vice president of membership, and the vice president of education. And when that email goes out, it goes to those 3 levels, those 3 roles within the 5 clubs as part of the area. The area governor role, one of the baseline requirements for area governors is to visit clubs twice a year. And that's part of what I'm doing now. I'm doing my semi-annual rounds of meetings, if you will. And it's very exciting because we have a report that we submit that really gauges different things that you're doing that are important to Toastmasters. Do you give manual speeches? Are there formal evaluations and written evaluations? And all those other things that are part of the program to help ensure that you're in line with what the Toastmasters curriculum and the Toastmasters objectives are. And there's no question this club is right in line. It's fantastic how you're organized. Your Sergeant of Arms is my favorite Sergeant of Arms. She does a phenomenal job.
Thank
You really do. No, you really do. It's the organization. I love your approach of having the meeting posted at 7 o'clock and starting at 7:15. It really is, because you know, my home club is a dynamic club. We have a smaller room, and we have about the same number of people. And if you're visiting, we post our time at 7 o'clock. We start at 7 o'clock. If you're visiting and you walk in at 7-ish or 7 o'clock, you're gonna be challenged because there may not be a seat. And if you're a first-time visitor, you're gonna be overwhelmed because, oh my gosh, they're already in motion and you're already, you know, disoriented, if you will. And that's a challenge. So the way you do it is actually a very wise and savvy way. It seems to work out very well. And Iris, I hope you feel welcomed and enjoyed and come back again next week. You know, one of Ralph Smedley's quotes is, people learn best in moments of enjoyment. And that's really one of the core tenets of Toastmasters. So I applaud what you're doing. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled to support you. I hope that some of you aspire to lead within the club if you haven't already. And some of you who are leading within the club, I hope that you aspire to go to the next level and perhaps be a future area governor. If you do, I'd be happy to take any questions after the meeting and speak to you about that individually or as a group. Thank you.